This is called ta or ta مفتوحة, and this is ha, and this is ta مربوطة. And today we'll talk about the differences between them. First of all, ta is a normal letter that can occur at the beginning, middle, or at the end of the word. So we say تمر, تمر المدينة. متر, متر مكعب. بيت, بيت جدي. As you can see and hear, there are slight changes to the shape of the letter, but it remains a ta in all positions and still doesn't change even if it comes at the end of the word. And whether you stop at it or you just keep on reading, it remains a ta. Now moving to ha, which is the same story. It is another letter that occurs at all three positions, beginning, middle, and end, like these examples. هواء, هواء جميل. فهم, فهم الدرس. فواكه, فواكه السوق. Again, a slight difference for the ha when it comes at the end of the word, but it is still pronounced as a ha in every single position, including the one at the end of the word, whether you stop at the word or you keep on reading. So we said فواكه, and we also said فواكه السوق. It was still a ha. But then we have something called ta مربوطة. And the first thing you notice is that it only occurs at the end of words, not at the beginning and not in the middle, like these examples. حديقة, سمكة, قرية. And secondly, you'll see that it looks a little bit like ta with the two dots on top. But also it looks like ha when it comes at the end of the word. And it does indeed have some characteristics of both letters. So how does that work? So if you stop at the word, you pronounce it as a ha. So you would say حديقة, سمكة, قرية. But if you keep on reading, you pronounce it as a ta, and you would say حديقة جدي, سمكة البحر, قرية أمي. So here we pronounce the ta مربوطة as ta when we kept on reading. And in order to get this point completely, let's have a look at some examples in context from the Holy Quran. I'm going to stop at each word that ends with ha or ta مربوطة. I'm going to stop at them so that you would notice the difference between when I stop at it and when I keep on reading. So the first example. ولا تقربا هذه, ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة, ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا من الظالمين. As you have heard, when I stopped at the word هذه, I pronounced the ha at the end of the word as ha, and I said هذه. And when I kept on reading, I pronounced it still as ha and said هذه الشجرة. But when it comes to the word الشجرة, it ended with ta مربوطة, so when I stopped at it, I said الشجرة. But when I kept on reading, I said الشجرة فتكون. I pronounced it as ta. Let's have a look at another example. فأتوا بسورة, فأتوا بسورة من مثله, من مثله وادعوا. Same story, when you stop at ta مربوطة, you pronounce it as ha, but when you keep on reading, it becomes a ta, and the ha at the end of word مثله remains a ha whether you stop or you keep on reading. سل بني إسرائيل كم آتيناهم من آية بينة As you can see, I stopped at the word بينة and I didn't keep on reading, so that's why I said بينة. Last example. ومن يبدل نعمة نعمة الله ومن يبدل نعمة الله من بعد ما جاءته فإن الله. Here we saw several ha and ta marbuta, and in all of them we applied the same rule. But the ultimate training for this rule is reading the following ayahs, because some of the words are written in two different ways. Let's try applying the rules that we've just learned one more time. And notice that the same word will be written in two different ways, and every time it is written differently, you're going to apply the rules that we just talked about. أولئك يرجون رحمة أولئك يرجون رحمة الله وأما الذين بيضت وجوههم ففي رحمة الله. Notice that the word رحمة was written in two different ways. The first time was written with ta مفتوحة. So when you stop at it, you will have to say رحمة. But the following example, it was written with ta marbuta. So when I stopped at it, I had to pronounce it as ha. And when I keep on reading, I pronounce it as ta. Another example. وقال نسوة في المدينة امرأة العزيز تراود فتاها إني وجدت امرأة تملكهم. It is the same story, but this time with the word imra'ah. The first time it was written with a ta maftuha, and that's why when I stopped at it, I had to pronounce it, because ta maftuha is pronounced in all positions without any exceptions. But the ta marbuta, when I stopped at it, I pronounced it as ha, but when I kept on reading, it was a ta. And if you're wondering why some words are spelled differently like that in the Holy Quran, I'll definitely answer this question, but I believe this is a different topic, which I'll discuss comprehensively in a separate video, so stay tuned. Last, if you want to add a suffix to words ending with ta, ha, or ta marbuta, how is this gonna work? And for those who don't know the word suffix is an addition that you add to end of words to add an additional meaning. And the answer is simple. As for ta and ha, nothing special is gonna happen. The letter will simply turn from last position to the middle position, like this example. أخت أختي بيت بيتي. Of course, the addition of ya at the end of nouns equals adding the word my. So أخت means sister, أختي means my sister. And as you can see, the changes are very minimal because the ta turns from the last position to the middle position. Let's see how this works with the ha. وجه وجهي منتزه منتزهي. And it is the same story. You turn the ha from the last position to the middle position. But when it comes to the ta marbuta, it turns into a ta, since ta marbuta cannot come in the middle or at the beginning of words, like we said previously. Like so. قرية قريتي بقرة بقرتي. So we turn the ta marbuta into a normal ta in the middle of the word, because ta marbuta cannot come in the middle or at the beginning of words. That's why it is also important to know that ta marbuta is not a separate Arabic letter. It is but a version of تاء مفتوحة, which adds certain functions to some words. So of course there are several reasons why some words end with تاء مربوطة instead of هاء or تاء مفتوحة, like فواكه and فاكهة. But these reasons are out of the scope of this reading tutorial and will be explained completely in a separate video in the future. So, in a nutshell, تاء and هاء are typical letters that come in the beginning, middle, and end, and you pronounce them completely whether you stop at the word or you keep on reading. Nothing changes at all. But the تاء مربوطة comes only at the end of words, and you pronounce it as هاء if you stop at the word, and as تاء if you keep on reading. Thanks for watching. I hope you've learned something new today. If you did, please like and share the video for other people to learn from it. And please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.